Passover.
All right, race fans, welcome to Evolution Racing Network coverage of the Thursday Night Throwdown Arca Series, live tonight from Homestead, Miami Speedway. Alongside the fan favorite Craig Burns, this is Michael Sheffield up in the booth. So just to jump right into it here, we've got 70 laps here tonight, Craig, at Homestead. What do you expect to see out of these drivers here tonight?
Sheffield all night. I'm expecting these drivers to have a handful of these Arca cars. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. These cars are so loose. They're going to be a handful all night for these Arca drivers. The trouble spots here are going to be corner exit. I'm seeing a lot of these guys getting a little loose right now as we see a 13. You know, he's doing a good job there. And we're going to be seeing tire wear. Just like last week in Michigan, it's going to come down of when to pit, how to save tires. It's going to be a fun one here under the lights at Homestead.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see a mix here tonight. As you mentioned, you know, that the cars have been seem pretty loose here from what we've seen so far in practice, and that's going to carry over to qualifying, you know, trying to set that hot lap. But, you know, looking forward to tonight, I expect to see a mixed bag of drivers, you know, trying the high side, maybe some run the high a couple lap side, and then trying to come low, and just curious to see, because, you know, every time we run here, it seems like that, you know, something on the track changes, whether it be the high line, the low line. So, you know, tonight, you know, you're talking about tires. They've got 3 sets, and, you know, you're looking at 55 to 60 laps of fuel with a 70 lap race. So, as a driver, what would you be looking at as far as pit strategy here tonight, Craig?
Hey, strategy, and I'm looking at 55 to 60. You know, it's 70 lap race. You're gonna have to make one stop, maybe get out early. Going back to the grooves in the track, there's the high side, the Kyle Larson line. I think we're gonna see a lot of drivers migrate early up to that higher lane. Maybe qualifying, they'll use the middle of the lower side. Excited to see what's gonna happen out tonight. Right now, Seaborn leading in practice. He's doing a good job out there. Wilson and Diane Lyons in third. Some quick cars up here with Clinton Sneed sitting in fourth.
Yeah, talking about Brian Seaborn, he's our points leader coming in tonight. And we're at Homestead, which used to be the finale for the season, and they've got one more race after this tonight, and that's Phoenix next week for the championship there. It's kind of not too huge of a gap there. Got Brian Seaborn in first, Garrett Delph 18 points behind, Brandon Pearl, last week's winner, you know, sitting 20 behind, Quentin Sneed 26 behind, and then fifth is Joshua Abbey in the 29. All 5 of these, you know, these cars have been strong all season long, Craig.
Yeah, they're gonna come out here, try to get the most points they can going into Phoenix. Phoenix is gonna be a tough track, short track. As practice winding down here, we got about 10 seconds left until we roll into qualifying. Sheffield, I'm super excited for Phoenix next week to crown a champion.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to crowning champion. I hate to see the season's over with. It's been a blast, broadcasting these guys, watching the races week after week. And as you mentioned, practice is coming to an end now. Now we're gonna see who can, lay down the best lap for qualifying. Green tires, a loose setup. This could get a little interesting here. You know, as you mentioned, both corners on the drive off have been extremely loose from what we've seen in practice.
Yeah, they're gonna have to use throttle control big time here at Homestead. Like I said, at Michigan, Homestead's kind of like Michigan. The sweeping turn. They're gonna probably have to throw away that first lap and gain as much speed as they can on the higher lane. I'm excited to see what these guys can do.
Yeah, very good point here. Throw away that first lane, get all that speed you can, and try to throw down your hot lap on the second one. But just a little too much here. It could be you're gonna start in the back. But this is one of those tracks that if you can maintain a good run all night long, you can go from the back to the front. Is we're starting to watch some cars try to put down some time here.
Yeah, right now we have the number 63 of Colton King Cart. Right now he's using that higher lane. Right now, middle of the front straightaway, getting closer to the line as he starts his lap here, diving into turn number 1.
Yeah, he's gonna run the high side here. Looks like in 1 and 2. It kind of as we expected there. See a little wiggle out of the car in the middle of 1 and 2. He's got a good run off here though. He was able to put the power back down.
Chef, I'm almost wondering, every car is going to have that little wiggle. It's how you utilize it, how you control the car. You're going to have to be a wheel man tonight in these Arca series. That's why they're so fun. You actually have to go out there and drive them. They're not like your cup car. It shows true talent out here for these guys at the Thursday night throwdown.
Yeah, as you mentioned, some of these guys tonight will be running double duty, so they'll go from these cars to the truck series following this race. So that's going to be a complete, shock, as you would say, to the system because they handle so much differently here around this track.
Yeah, the trucks are very forgiving compared to these Arca cars. As right now we see the 79 of Dying Lions, I believe that is, coming in turn 3. He's using the lower to middle line, so we're seeing these guys, search the track here at Homestead.
And Bradley Wilson right now sitting at the top of the board with a 33.407 is the best time we've seen so far on the track. As you mentioned, I'm watching Donnie Lyons right now myself, and he's coming through. He's trying to run a little bit of low there, and you can definitely see that the car get loose as you're going to scrub some speed off, trying to get that car back under control there.
Sheffield, we're going to see it all night long. These cars are going to be losing it coming out turn number 2, turn number 4. It's going to be super exciting to see what these guys can do. Dying Lions right now, he got really loose in turn number 1 and 2. It might not be the fastest lap for that number 79.
Yeah, see if he can gain anything on the board here, and it looks like he's still going to be sitting in 5th. So as they run right now, Bradley Wilson is your pole setter here, and we got about 2 minutes left in qualifying here. So as we're waiting for qualifying to end here. We're gonna take a moment, step away, pay homage to our great country, and play the national anthem for all our viewers there.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
All right, race fans, welcome back to Evolution Racing Network. We just completed qualifying here, and in just a moment here, we'll be taking a look at the starting grid tonight for Homestead Miami Speedway. The pole setter tonight will be Bradley Wilson, the number 51. To his outside will be the number 49 of Clinton Sneed. Bryant Seaborn will be a third place starter. Then number 76. Fourth will be Garrett Delph, and number 13. Fifth will be Evan Scott, and the number 24. Sixth will be Clayton Kincart in the 77. Seventh will go to Donnie Lyons in the number 79. Eighth will be Joshua Abbey in the 05.
Rolling off ninth in the number 10 is Kelly Ertz. Rolling off 10th in the number 84, Cody Dorsey. Starting 11th in the number 63, Colton Kincart. Starting 12th in the number 65 is Curtis Rogers. Starting 13th in the number 75 is Brian Skidmore. Starting 14th in number 97 is Rodney Griffin. Rolling off 15th in double zero, your Michigan winner, Brandon Pearl. And riding shotgun, number 16th position in the number 48 is Brandon Browning.
As we look at our polls that are here, this guy we've talked to here in a couple of times in the last couple of weeks, exciting finish last week. Clinton Sneed, Bryant Seaborn, all these guys, top, your top 10 drivers here are all up front last week, pretty much battling for that win there as it came down to exciting last lap pass there, Craig.
Yeah, last week was super exciting here. Now we see Bradley Wilson. He's been showing speed all season long. He's going to start front with Clinton Sneed. Don't count out Joshua Abbey, though. He's starting off 8th. That number 05, he was your Talladega, both winners in the Arca Truck Series. But a little different format here for Homestead. It's not super speedway, so we'll keep an eye on him as the field right now is rolling off.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see Homestead tonight. As you know, we race a lot together, and this is one of my favorite tracks on the service. Just the way that the grooves run here is sometimes, as we mentioned, it could be a dominant high line night. It could be a dominant low line night. A lot of things are going to depend on, the racing here tonight. Pit stop strategy, undercut, somebody going to wait, hope the caution comes out. So you never know, what you're going to get here, and you've just got to pick your strategy in the beginning and kind of stick with it. Now caution comes out, you might make an adaptation, but normally you're going to pick your strategy. Looks like they're now coming around here to 3 and 4. Pace cars pulling off.
Green flag flies here at Homestead, Miami. Bradley Wilson leading them out to turn number 1 with Clint Sneed on the outside.
Clinton Sneed's going to be on the outside here. 76 should get a run here of Brian Seaborn on the bottom. The 49's looks like it's a little slow getting through 1 and 2. That's going to allow 51 of Bradley Wilson to get a good jump out front here early in the going.
Bradley Wilson with a great start to this race here at Homestead for 70 laps. He's already out to a half-second lead. And right now, Clinton Sneed working the bottom on Brent Seaborn here in turn number 4.
Yeah, I was expecting to see the cars run the high line for the first couple of laps. These guys would surprise me run that low line, getting that nice jump out front as Clinton Sneed is still working underneath of Bryant Seaborn as they come in the 3 and 4 here. Looks like Brian Seaborn is going to have the advantage here on the high side as he'll be able to get the run off the corner.
Seaborn, upper hand Seaborn. Sneed falls to 3rd right now. 4th, we have Garrett Dolphin. A caution's going to fly here early on here at Homestead. I'm hearing it's Colton Kincart.
We'll have to take a look at that and if we can get the replay up here.
Number 63, Colton Kincart right here, turn number 2, just getting loose. We talked about it in the pre-show or pre-race. All night, Sheffield. These cars are going to be a handful right now as we're seeing our first caution come out here on lap number 3.
Yeah, it looks like he had no contact there. So, other than maybe some tire, slick spots there on the tire, as we mentioned earlier, he's got 3 total sets here, with, 60 laps of fuel, 55 to 60 laps of fuel. So, I'm interested to see if he's going to pit, change those tires. It doesn't look like he's going to have any damage on the car. So, he should be able to, maintain speed here and still not kill his night there. on that early spin.
Bradley Wilson giving the little fake out to pit road, just seeing if anyone's going to bite here early at Homestead. No one falling for it. And you bring up a great point. I think if you are a Colton King car, you are coming down pit road, and because he definitely flat spy those Goodyear tires.
Oh, we're under caution here. Let's take a moment to do a little commercial break here. We'll be right back with all your green flag action here from Homestead Miami Speedway. All right, race fans, welcome back to Homestead Miami Speedway here as we got coverage tonight of the Thursday night Throwdown Arca series here on Evolution Racing Network. We just had our first caution of the night here. We're coming to lap number 5 as they sit right now. Bradley Wilson was your pole sitter. He's still sitting out front in the lead. Brian Seaborn second. Clinton Sneed is third. Garrett Delph sitting in fourth, and right now top 5 is Evan Scott in the 5th position here. So we're still early here, Craig. You know, as we mentioned, fuel earlier. You know, this caution is definitely going to help the guys make it last a little longer here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to make them last longer. I don't know. They're going to need probably like 2 or 3 more cautions to maybe make it the distance. But then you think about the tire wear. You think about, hey, you have 3 sets. You might as well use them if a caution does come out. Now, you don't want to get burned and save gas all race and then pit with 5 to go because you can't do that. So it's exciting to see what's going to happen as they're still pacing here at Homestead.
Yeah, they're still pacing right now. Light's still on the pace car. So they'll at least have 1 more lap here under caution. So that's a little bit more fuel, as you mentioned, saved. And you bring up a good point. Save all night, save all night, save all night. And then caution comes out late, 5, 6 to go, and it just completely changes everything. Everything you've done to that point is thrown out the window.
Absolutely. So you gotta make up your mind early. That's why the crew chiefs get paid the big bucks. That's why they sit on top of the box. They're making all the calls. You got the spotter up in the stands. Not a lot of these guys have that luxury of iRacing. You got to all do it in the cockpit of the car. That's why luck comes to play a little bit with cautions right now as they're still rolling here single file here at Homestead.
Yeah, it's still single file here around. So, as we mentioned, it'd be another lap here. Looks like they would be under caution here.
Sheffield right now, it's looking like the pace car lights are out. I don't know if they're single file restarts here tonight at Homestead. I was not made aware of that, but on my computer screen, it's looking like the pace car lights are out indeed.
Yeah, a good possibility. You bring up a good point here. We had just, had we completed a full lap under caution, and sometimes the leagues have the rules set that if you do not, it will trigger a single file restart. So
pace car making its way out turn number 4 this time. We're going to see if it dips down to pit road here at Homestead. Wilson out front, Seaborn in second, Clinton Snee in third, and it's still out. So that's it's dipping down low. We're about to go racing here as Bradley Wilson takes it to the green flag.
Yeah, he takes advantage of that lead position there, gets a good jump early, takes off as soon as he can. He's going to pile up toward his way into turn 1 and 2, followed by Bryant Seaborn in second, Clinton Sneed in third.
Great jump by Bradley Wilson. He's already out to have second lead here at Homestead. He's followed by Bryant Seaborn. They're all single file here right now as Bradley Wilson leads the freight train down turn number 3.
Yeah, top 4 is, pretty much got a good gap between them. Closest cars together there are running about in 5th, 6th, and 7th place, as you might see a battle heat up here. as they're all pretty much running the top side. Looks like the number 77 of Clayton Kinkart is going to get a little bit of run coming down the front stretch here. He's going to dive it to the inside of the number 24 as they come through 1 and 2.
Clayton Kinkart making a power move right now down on the inside. Let's see if he's going to have the advantage. I think it's going to go to the number 24 down the back straightaway here as they're drag racing down into turn number 3.
Drag racing coming in at number 3. Kinkart's doing a good job maintaining that bottom line. As you mentioned, as loose as these cars are, he's got to be pedaling that throttle really well. As he's going to make the pass and he's going to get right beside, it looks like, is that Garrett Delph there? And he makes the move there on the number 13 machine. So now he is up to 4th position here.
Great move by Clayton Kinkart in the number 77. Garrett Delp got a little loose there in turn number 3 and 4. That gives the 77 car advantage right now as they're single filed back out. Joshua Abbey, though, he's making moves up in this field in the number 05.
Yeah, Joshua Abbey's making some moves early. Clayton Kinkart was determined he wants to make the moves and make them now. As they're taking a look right now back out front, and Bradley Wilson is still your leader. He's building a little bit of a gap of just over a second and a quarter, almost a second and a half now, as we're getting ready to start lap number 11 next time by here at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Bradley Wilson out to a big lead right now. He's checking out. Let's just hope he's not burning those tires up. He's doing a good job on the outside lane right now as he's coming out of turn number 4 for lap number 11.
Yeah, looking back, Clinton Sneed is just making a move to the inside of Brian Seaborn, challenging now for that second position as they come into turn number 1 and 2. Sneed's going to be on the inside, see if he can complete the pass here. If not, Seaborn's going to have the run on the high side as they'll be drag racing now down the backstretch, making their way to turn number 3 and 4.
It's a drag race going into turn number 3. Clinton Sneed right now has the nose on the number 76 of Brian Seaborn as he's using the high lane. He's going to have the run off the back. He's Clinton Sneed trying to use the slide job as they're still going to be side by side as they come down the front straightaway.
Very impressive watching Clinton Sneed. You could see his hands on the wheel. He was wheel manning that thing through 1 and 2 that time by. That car is just so loose, so hard to get a drive off. As you mentioned, Brian Seaborn is going to be able to hold on at number 2 position. As Clinton Sneed's going to fall back to 3rd here, regroup, and probably charge again for another try here in the next couple laps.
Sheffield, you make a good point about the wheel man. These guys are making it look easy. It is not easy, and I will tell you that right now. These cars are a handful right now as we see the 76 get a little loose, but he's just doing a good job being that wheel man we've talked about. As right now it's Bradley Wilson still out. He's up to a 2-second lead, man. This guy is checking out.
Yeah, and him looking in the mirror and seeing those guys battling over second is what he wants to see, because that's just going to allow him to just save his tires, pull away, because as long as those guys stay side by side, the more they're going to burn their tires up trying to get by one another. So, him looking in the mirror, seeing that going on behind him, he's just, trying to set his pace right now, hit his mark, save as much fuel as he probably can, and just try to build as big of a gap as he can here at Homestead.
You have to anticipate the long run here at Homestead. It will, as we see a moment there on turn number 4. That's just 63 of Colton Kinkart. Maybe I couldn't get a good eye on it as we're still green here, and now the caution will fly here at Homestead.
Yeah, we'll try to take a look back here at that caution, and I do see the number 63 there.
That's a hard hit in the outer safer barrier wall for the number 65 machine. Big hit right there. It looked like Colton Kinkart had nowhere to go.
Yeah, it looks like Curtis Rogers got loose there. Tried to save the car, and it just, just a snap loose moment there. It's so hard to save these cars, and as you mentioned, Kinkart had nowhere to go. It's, as we always say, you think, you see them low, you're going to go high, and then they turn high. It's a 50-50 shot. You can choose the best place here. We're now on our second caution here on lap number 14, coming to 15 next time by.
Now, Sheffield, you got to remember these guys do have a quick fix, so they got that in the bag, and hopefully that these guys still have it. I know Colton Kinkart got a little loose on the first caution there, so hopefully he didn't have to use it. We didn't see him take any damage as Bradley Wilson coming down pit road. These guys all make it's going to be a happening place on pit road, but Bryant Seaborn is staying out.
Yeah, Brian Seaborn's going to stay out, but I know what these guys on pit road are thinking. Let's make our stop now. We don't have to stop the rest of the race, and that's a good strategy here, unless there's a late race caution. But as we mentioned, they got 3 extra sets of tires here, so not a bad strategy call whatsoever.
Yeah, Brian Seaborn, Dying Lions, Cody Dorsey, Brian Skidmore, Brandon Browning, Rodney Griffin, all these guys are electing to stay out. And now that's going to be, for this restart, it's going to make it hectic because there's going to be some guys on 16-lap old tires and some guys on fresh rubber. It's going to be very exciting here when we go green.
Well, and while we got a moment here under caution, I want to let our fans know, our race fans know that right now we got a special promotion going on. We're going to be doing a kicker giveaway here in a couple weeks. If you get a chance, go to Facebook, click in YouTube, click that like and follow. That way you'll be notified when we're going live, and just comment on the broadcast here tonight in the comments section. You'll be entered to in the giveaway to win a butt kicker game or two setup, which is a great. That's a fun addition to any sim rig here. It just brings it to a whole new level.
Yeah, Sheffield brings the sim to life. It's really cool what ERN's doing. Hey, Chef, I might go comment on our page. Maybe I'll get a lucky draw here in the next couple weeks. But hopefully we see you guys out there commenting on the stream. Send us a like, shoot us a foul, as we're here at Homestead here, 17 out of 70 under caution.
Yeah, lap 17 of 70 here. And now, as you mentioned, Brian Seaborn did not pit. Donnie Lyons is going to be your second place. In second place here as we come to the restart. Third place will be Cody Dorsey in the number 84. Fourth will be the 75 machine of Brian Skidmore. And fifth will be Brandon Browning as we come around to take the green flag next time.
First car on brand new tires is going to be Clinton Sneed in the number 49, followed by Bradley Wilson. These guys are going to be on fresh rubber. How quick you think they're going to make it to the field? It's not if, it's when. 16. The difference in tires right now, these guys that stayed out, they're gonna get past. It's just a matter of when. As the pace car right now is in turn number 4, looking to dip down to pit road this time.
As the pace car is getting ready to dip here, we're anxiously waiting the restart here for Bryant Seaborn. See how quick he's going to get a good jump here, and he's off and away. He's going to get a nice jump out with number 79 of Donnie Lyons is going to be outside. He should squeeze down here as he does, going into number 1 and 2. Take that second position. Cody Dorsey will be running third as they come through 1 and 2.
Bryant Seaborn caught the field napping here at Homestead. He's going to have a second lead coming out of turn number 2 as the field right now bunching up. Donnie Lyons on the outside. I think they're 3 wide down the back straightaway.
Brandon Browning making an impressive run right in the middle of the track there. He's going to pull the number 51 of Bradley Wilson through. And Wilson's has a moment there in 3 and 4. He's able to save it. Great save, but as we mentioned, Brandon Browning with the move up the middle to take the second position here.
Sheffield, hold your breath. That was an amazing save by Bradley Wilson. Heck of a wheelman there is. But right now, Seaborn is getting tracked down by Browning, and Browning's to the lead.
Browning is off like a rocket off to that restart there and made his move, got to second, and now he just went by Seaborn. He's got a heck of a car. It seems like under him tonight. He's got that thing, the 48 machine moving tonight.
Brandon Browning last pitted on lap 3. He has Brent Seaborn right behind him, and then Clayton King Cart. He pitted on lap 15, so I'm wondering when he's going to get up there. As the 84 right now making the move on Clayton and that number 77, and they're coming in turn number 1 and 2.
Brian Seaborn now fighting back there from the second position. He's closing the gap on Brandon Browning. He's going to look in the inside here as they come into 3 and 4. He's going to have the bottom lane here. Looks like he's going to clear him here in 3 and 4, and he's going to come up here. Brandon Browning is going to be a little loose there. He's going to lose the second position to Clayton King Clark.
You saw it live on ERN. We had Curtis Rogers losing it just a little, hit the wall. We're still green here at Homestead.
Yeah, Bradley Wilson now looks like he's going to squeeze by for that third position. Brandon Browning is dropping back now as we've got another caution out here on the track at lap number 21.
Caution flies here at Homestead for the third time on lap number 21. We saw Curtis Rogers crash there that didn't bring it out, and I'm thinking it was Brian Skidmore on this crash as we watch our replay.
Let's take a look there. It looks like he got loose there. Couldn't tell if there was any contact there. Let's take another look back at it here and see if we can get a 75 machine there. Gets into the wall and a little contact after the wall there. Looks like he's gonna spin it around. Probably
Yeah,
gonna have some rear damage and some right side damage on that car. We'll have to see how bad the damage is if he comes in to get it fixed, uses that fast repair, or
tough break for Brian Skidmore, the number 75. We had the number 24 there of Evan Scott. You know, maybe the 75 thought he was coming up a little. He wasn't. You know, you hit the wall. It happened so fast here in iRacing here at Homestead. As right now we have some elects coming down pit road.
yeah, it looks like the 49 of Clinton Sneed is coming back down pit road now, and he just pitted what, like 3 or 4 laps ago. So I'm wondering if he's going to top off on fuel here just to make sure he knows he's got enough to get to the end here.
Yeah, it's always good to have the reassurance, Sheffield, of fuel. I know I hate cutting it close, as right now we see the 63 getting a wave around up top. Colton King car. So they did have a fast repair, so those cars are doing good. Right now we're on a caution lap 23 out of 70.
Yeah, it was amazing watching Brandon Browning make that huge run there off that momentum. He must have had a heck of a restart there. He got up to the front, and then all of a sudden it's like his car just went away from him. He lost some momentum there, and people were able to get back by him. So curious to see how this restart is going to go, especially with him. He took tires, as you mentioned, on lap number 3. Right now, your leader is Bryant Seaborn, as we're under caution. Second will be Clayton Kinkart. Third is Bradley Wilson. Fourth is Brandon Browning. And running his top 5 is last week's winner of the 00, Brandon Pearl.
Good showing so far for Brandon Pearl in the 00. He's up to 5th right now. But Bryant Seaborn, he's a topic to talk about right now. He's the only car so far to not elect to come down pit road. I'm very curious about that strategy. But maybe he knows something that I don't, and he's going to be out there saving his sets of tires, Sheffield.
Yeah, he may be saving those sets of tires, expecting, a couple of later cautions here. And we've had a couple cautions here, so he's had some laps under caution to save some fuel. So, if he's confident he can save enough tire here to get to the end and be competitive against these guys and not have to pit, that may be his strategy here. It's hard to say. If you get up front, you're able to hold them back and make them burn their stuff up to get by you, then, it's also a good move as well.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm thinking tires. I'm always preaching tires. I want tires. Give me tires. I need more tires. You're only giving me 3 tires. I want 10 tires. But that's just me. As Seaborn right now is still not coming down pit road. I'm thinking Sheffield, though, next caution, he has to come.
Yeah, he probably will. With the new tires coming out behind him, give it a couple laps here. You should see those guys, surge their way up, towards the front right now, and looking right now at the last, the last pit lap. As we mentioned, Clinton Sneed had pitted a little bit earlier, trying to find who's the first car, that's freshest tires.
Freshest tires right now is Clinton Sneed with lap 22. Before him is all lap 15s. And then Brandon Browning pit on lap 3. So Brandon Browning out there on a long run too. Right now they're double foul here. We're about to get ready to go back to racing.
Yeah, lights are off on the pace cars that come through 1 and 2 here. And Brandon, as we mentioned, Bryant Seaborn will be leading them to the green flag here. It's curious to see how quick of a start he's going to get here. He had a huge gap last time. I'm sure he's going to try to do the best he can to get as big of a jump on the rest of the guys as he can. Here's the pace cars in 3 and 4.
It's all going to be about the restart for Bryant Seaborn, because it's going to go away quick. These guys pitted on lap 15 are going to be coming in a hurry, and so are the guys that pitted on lap 22 as a pace car right now in turn number 4, getting ready to dip down on pit road.
It looks like the pace car will be coming off. Pace car is off. And number 76 of Bryant Seaborn. And he's going to get a good jump here, but the 77 is going to stick very well to his inside. Clayton Kinkart with a good restart here as they enter 1 and 2. Advantage is going to be Seaborn on the bottom. Look at the 51 machine making his charge of Bradley Wilson. He's got those fresher tires. He's going to be able to drive it off low as they come off through 1 and 2. He's going to have a huge run as they're drag racing to 3 and 4 now for the lead.
They're 2x2, 10 rows back right now as Bradley Wilson dives down turn number 3 and 4. He's going to get the lead as right now Seaborn up top. He's going to fall back in a hurry, Sheffield.
Yeah, he's going to fall back. Brandon Pearl is trying to follow the 51 there on the bottom side, get as many positions as he can as he's now challenging for the 3rd position on the inside lane. Trying to take that away from Clayton Kinkart, but he's going to slide up the track. He's going to fall back in the line in the 4th position as they run.
Single file 1 through 7 now as they're here at Homestead diving in turn number 3. Bradley Wilson right now has a 0.4 second lead as we see, there's the tires right there. Another good save there by Bryant Seaborn here in the number 76.
Yeah, that's a very good save here. We've got 4 cars right there running together now, all challenging for that 2nd position. As the 48 snags the wall a little bit. He's going to lose momentum here. See if he can get it off the wall and back going as he's dropping positions right now. Yeah, I wonder how bad that damage is going to be on that outside wall.
Tough break for the number 48 right now, but we have Brand Pro on the outside. Bryant's Seaborn, sorry about that. As they're side by side coming down the front straightaway right now. You know what, Bryant Seaborn, he's hanging strong right now with that 00 Brand Pearl.
Yeah, he's hanging very strong with the older tires here as Brandon Pearl's working that high side. Seaborn's kind of migrated here towards the bottom. He's able to keep good momentum there on the bottom side. He's going to actually pull an advantage now as they come into turn 3 and 4. The 77 now making a run. Clayton Kinkart, he's going to peek to the inside there of Brandon Pearl, see if he can get the bottom lane away. As Brandon Pearl's going to get a little wiggle, a little loose there on the outside. That's going to open the door for the number 77 to make the pass there. Clayton Kinkart is going to come to place.
Good move by Clayton Kinkart. Now he's working on Bryant Seaborn. Seaborn still electing to use that higher line, that Kyle Larson line. He's doing a good job right now. But the number 77, Clayton Kinkart, he's knocking on the door.
Yeah, Kinkart is knocking on the door right now. He's going to be looking to the bottom here. Try to get that run. Good drive in on the high side. He drops it to the bottom. He's trying to get that power off as they're coming through 3 and 4. He's going to be the inside, but looks like Brian Seaborn is going to be able to hold him off through that corner.
Brian Seaborn doing a good job utilizing the top line, making the cars on fresher tires, use them up on the bottom line. That's what the 77 is doing right now, is he's trying to still work on the number 76. And meanwhile, Bradley Wilson, he's checking out.
Yeah, but don't look now, but we just mentioned a few minutes ago, the number 49 machine sitting in 5th. He's creeping his way up toward the front, probably waiting for his time to pounce as he's running behind Brandon Pearl right now. He gets a little loose there coming through 3 and 4 that time by as the number 24 machine of Evan Scott's going to close the gap up to Clinton Sneed here.
Evan Scott going to dive down in turn number 1. Clinton Sneed, he's using the top lane right now, Clinton Sneed, but they're side by side for seconds still. Kinkart at 76 going around. He's going to collect Brand Pearl. There's going to be a wreck down the back straightaway.
And we're still under green right now, so this is going to trigger a caution, and they're able to get back around. He's going to have to come out early here.
Both cars saved it. They're rolling right now down the back straightaway. Bryant Seaborn and Brand Pearl. Tough break for those cars right now as we go back up to the front of the field as Kinkart right now still trying to track down Wilson.
We're going to try to get that real quick. Live action still going on track here. And see what we see here. We're going to come back live here. We're still trying to track that replay down there. As you mentioned, Bradley Wilson's still your leader right now. He's built it to about a 2.6 second gap Clinton Sneed will be about 3.10 behind. So Clinton Sneed is trying to make up some time here.
Snead trying to make up time right now. Bradley Wilson was the winner out of that little wreck. He's checking out big time right now here at Homestead. King Cart second, Snead third. Evan Scott, he's sitting in fourth. Joshua Abbey, good run for him. He's sitting in fifth. Sixth, Garrett Delph. Seventh is Brian Skidmore. Eighth, Cody Dorsey. Ninth is Diane Lyons. And round out your top 10 is Brandon Browning.
Yeah, Brandon Browning now on those 31 lap old tires now. He's running back in 10th position. Curious to see, when he's going to come down pit road here, because we're getting close here to the halfway point. Maybe these guys that haven't pitted are thinking about maybe a halfway pit here. Try to keep have the advantage here going to the last half of the race with 15 to 20 lap fresher tires, and then the rest of the guys out on track.
Yeah, you make a good point there. We're now trying to find that replay as we saw a car lose it on the back straightaways. Right there's a replay. 76 looks like it just came down. Brandon Pearl. Tough break for those two drivers here at the Thursday night throwdown.
Yeah, tough break, and that you want to kind of try to get your car going back as quick as you can. Caution it will save you, but you really don't want to be the cause of the caution. Unfortunately, they're going to lose a lot of time here. They will still be scored on the lead lap right now, so a good job by those guys to get the car turned back around, get it back under power without going a lap down.
Yeah, right now they're definitely praying for a caution with that fast fix in the bag right now as we're on lap 37 out of 70. Right now you're thinking, Sheffield, when are these guys going to pit for tires? I think most of them can make it on gas, don't you think?
Most of them can make it on gas. As now I'm looking right now, Snead is going to take the second position right as the caution came out. He made the pass on Clayton Kinkart there. I'm not sure exactly where he was at the time of caution, so we'll have to go back and see how they line up here. But as you mentioned, we're just past halfway now with the caution coming out. You're going to see, I think you're going to see a busy pit road here. So we'll go back and take a look now at the replay. Looks like the 97 machine gets loose, tries to save it, and just catches that inside wall there. It's the hardest thing in the world to do, especially all 3 and 4. These cars get loose underneath it. It's almost virtually impossible to save that car.
The front runners not looking to come down pit road. Bradley Wilson, Clinton Snead, they made an attempt and they backed out of it, pulling a little fakey. But as we see Joshua Abbey, he's coming down pit road. During that run, I saw him get up in the outside safer barrier when he was riding 5th. So maybe he's coming down to get a little quick fix for that number 05.
Yeah, the 05, the 48. Now Brandon Browning on pit road. Looks like the 00 of Brandon Pearl is going to be on pit road. He's probably going to have some damage repaired, maybe the quick fix there, get him back out on track. It's now's caution coming out could save their race there. They were damaged coming up to that point from that incident earlier, so things may turn back around for them now. Is going to get them, as we say, a fresh start here.
Yeah, big win for Bryant Seaborn and Brandon Pearl for sure, because when they wrecked, a caution didn't come out because they're off the racing surface. Here at iRacing, if you wreck and you're below that white line, the computer system here in iRacing will not pick it up the caution. Some leagues run a race control up in the booth. It's just how it goes. It's part of racing here. As right now we're coming to lap 40, Sheffield. It's almost go time.
Yeah, coming to lap 40 here, as you mentioned, just past the halfway point. Lights are still on the pace car. Thanks for everybody that's tuning out there. If you would, try to see you pull in for tonight. Curious to find out, who you think's going to win this race here tonight at Homestead, and let us know who your favorites are here tonight. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with the rest of the live coverage here of Thursday Night Throwdown Arca series on Evolution Racing Network.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have two options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Thursday Night Throwdown Arca series here on Evolution Racing Network from Homestead Miami Speedway. Just a little recap in case you're just now joining us. We're now in the caution, lap 40. Been a very, very good race so far. A couple, I want to say 3 or 4 lead changes, throughout the night here. Seeing how this little bit of pit strategy is going to pay out, as we saw a couple cars come down pit road that time by. So as you mentioned, before the break, Craig, you think it's go time now?
I think it is starting to be go time here at Homestead. Under the lights, we got just under 30 laps. It's going to be a good one here as Bradley Wilson's still out front. Let's see if he can get out to a lead. Last time he pitted, though, was lap 15. We got guys that came down on lap 38, 22. So, tires might come into a factor here. Maybe we'll see a green flag run to the end. I don't think that's what Bradley Wilson wants, but I'm excited to see what happens here under lights here at Homestead.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how these guys that just took tires are going to be able to, come through the field here. Is they're going to have, 18 to, 20, maybe 22 lap fresher tires than the guys in front of them. So see how quick they advance through the field. Pace car is off. Bradley Wilson gets a good start there. He's going to have the 77 Clayton Kincart right behind him, who's probably going to be able to take the second position as they enter here 1 and 2.
Bradley Wilson with a good start right now. They're single filing out. He's electing to use the bomb on. And a big wreck here in turn number 1. Joshua Abbey's in it. A couple machines. The 84 of Cody Dorsey. He's up in the wall.
Yeah, under caution here again. This probably will trigger a single file restart this next time by. We'll try to get that replay up and queued for you here momentarily, so you can see it again at home. Oh yeah, huge wreck there. Looks like can tell me a couple cars got loose and it was just nowhere to go. It's like a little contact there on the bottom, maybe going into 1 and 2, and just cars being loose in the restart there. A lot of guys had nowhere to go on that bottom lane. Tried to go high, just the room wasn't there, Craig.
75 comes down to Joshua Abbey just a little bit. Causes the melee here in turn number 1. Brandon Pearl in it. He might have used a quick fix, so his night might be done. Tough break for a lot of these Arca car drivers here in the Thursday Night Throwdown.
Yeah, and we talk about it, wrong place, wrong time. You have your strategy all laid out, but, something happens in front of you, you do your best to get around. But as we like to say, wrong place, wrong time. You're not the cause of the caution, but, you get caught up in it. So tough break for those guys that got caught up in that break as we see Joshua Abbey coming down pit road now.
Joshua Abbey coming down pit road. 5th caution night here at Homestead for the Arca cars. A lot of cars down pit road. Evan Scott, the 76 of Bryant Seaborn, as Abbey's coming off pit road here. We're on lap 44 Sheffield. And if everyone knows racing, cautions breed cautions, and it's just one of those things, Sheffield.
Yeah, and the further you go in the race, too, the more likely I would say the cautions to come out, because the further you are, closer to the end you are, the more that the adrenaline gets pumped up. People are raring to go. They're, everybody's here to win it, and only one person can come away with that trophy. But it's there's always been great racing here, and that's what I love about this series is the 51 is going to fake out down to pit road again. Didn't get any takers that time by. You got to give him A for effort there, though.
Great fake by the 51. I thought he was coming. He almost got a black flag in my eyes. He almost hit that line. You hit that line. You get inside that cone shut field. You know what's coming. It's a black flag, unsafe pit entrance. So 51 are out here faking on lap 45.
Yeah, you get on the wrong side of that commit cone here, and you're in trouble. You know, your strategy there of faking can cost you here. But great job by him to get it back up on the track. You know, seen that work quite a few times. Seen it not work a few times. So you're on older tires. You know there are guys behind you on newer tires. Any advantage you can get right now to maintain your position is it's always a good thing.
Under caution for the 5th time, lap 45 out of 70 right now. We have Bradley Wilson still leading, Clayton Kinkart in 2nd, Clinton Sneed in 3rd. 4th is going to be Garrett Delph. 5th is the 79 Donnie Lyons. He's doing a good job here at Homestead, Sheffield. Brandon Pearl is showing 6th, so I guess he used a quick fix there.
Yeah, Brandon Pearl showing 6th, and then Brandon Browning, who just came in last time by and got fresh tires, will be sitting in 7th. As we see the pace car still has lights on, so they'll at least have one more trip around here before they go back green. And right now we're sitting at 25 to go. For everyone just tuning in, these guys have made their pit stops. Everybody should be good on fuel here for the rest of the race here. It could come down now to tire strategy here. Who's got the best set of tires? Who's maintained it? Who made the best pit call here tonight, Craig?
Yeah, you make your bed, you lie right now, and I think we're not to that situation yet. Sheffield with 25 to go. Maybe if a caution comes out in the next 5, it's 10 laps. I think if I'm Bradley Wilson, if I'm Clayton Kinkart, if I'm Garrett Delph, the guys that pit on lap 15, I think you're coming down to get fresh tires. Even the guys that pit on lap 22, Clayton Sneed, Donnie Lyons, they pit on lap 22. A lot of these guys pitted on lap 43. They got fresh tires out here at Homestead. So it's going to be a tire game, Sheffield. I'm excited to see what happens here with they're going to be taking the green flag, not this time, but next time, and that'll be 23 to go.
I do believe the lights are out on the pace car, so this will be a single file restart. So you should see the pace car dip here. Of course, this is going to help Bradley Wilson get a good jump here, as he'll have nobody to his outside. As he takes off now, he's going to lead them to the green flag here, beginning of lap 47. So we got 24 to go. This time by Bradley Wilson, your leader, taking them down into turn 1 and 2.
Bradley Wilson using the low line. Clayton Kinkart using the middle line. He's still there. He's about 0.4 back. Clayton Sneed a 2nd and a quarter back. As right now we have Brandon Pearl on the wall on the back straightaway.
Yeah, Brandon Pearl with some contact there in the wall. As all the drivers there were pretty much single file spread out there on that restart there. Brandon Pearl is going to drop position back to 7th. Looks like he's going to be bringing it down pit road here, as we got the 24 making a pass there, and looks like 3 cars almost trying to run 3 wide through the exit of 3 and 4 there.
Bryant Seaborn right now working on Evan Scott in the number 24. He's using the bottom lane. Evan Scott doing a good job keeping it up high as they come out turn number 2. Drag race down the back straightaway. Give the upper hand to Bryant Seaborn.
Brian Seaborn and the 84 Cody Dorsey and Evan Scott pretty much all came pit road at the same time, so could be a little bit of tire saving here, or maybe save a little bit now for a little bit more later, as we're now on lap 49 of 70 here.
22 laps to go here at Homestead. Bradley Wilson still out front with a 1.44 second lead, as we got Garrett Delph working on Donnie Lyons on the outside down the back straightaways. He's going to bring it down in turn number 3. Donnie Lyons still fighting on the bottom.
Yeah, Clinton Sneed now up to that 2nd position here. He's got about 7 laps fresher tires than your leader, Bradley Wilson, so I'm interested to see. His lap times are just, about 0.04 quicker that time by than your leader. So not too much difference in time here and speed. But over the next, 10, 15 laps, I'm curious to see, if that gap will become bigger, if he's going to be quicker, or if Bradley Wilson's going to be able to just still pull away.
You're absolutely right now, and I'm looking at the last time on pit road, and Joshua Abbey, he's sitting in 7th right now. He came down on pit road at lap 43. So, and Brent Seaborn, he came down 44. So these guys have tires in the bank. Uh, let's just see if this is a green flag run that might count into those. It's right now Garrett Delph right there in turn number 1. He got a little. He's losing it in the middle.
Looks like
That
Scott in
might
the
bring out
24 is
caution.
going to get him. That's going to be a caution. Looked like a little bit of contact there between the 48 and the 13 as they went into 1 and 2 there. Could be, a checkup a little earlier than expected. It's, it could be the way that airs on the back of that car, as we mention it all the time. You get that close, cars get that close here. You don't know how the car is going to react. And as we mentioned earlier, as loose as these cars were, what we saw in practice, you don't know how the car is going to react.
Evan Scott in the 24, just nowhere to go. He's going to get the back end of Garrett Delph there. Tough break for the number 13 and 24 here tonight.
Yeah, a tough break for those two guys, and I'm not sure if any of them, either one of them, still got a faster pair to use there in the bank, and hopefully they do, or they can get some damage fixed and get out here and get the positions that they need to get here. Is yeah, Abby just oh wow, he just squeezes by very close. 24 Scott just barely gets the back end of him, just enough to knock his car down in the grass, and he's going to have some fender damage.
Brian Seaborn in the 76 did a good job. Stay out of that one too. That was a save. And right now Wilson and Sneed down pit road.
Yeah, Wilson and Sneed down pit road. Joshua Abbey looks like he's going to be the first one to stay out there. So he's going to be scored as your leader now. Bradley Wilson, Clinton Sneed, the 77, Clayton Kincart, all on pit road right now on lap number 53. So, looking at roughly 17 to go here. So 17 lap run. Wilson looks like he'll be taking tires. Trying to see if, yep, Sneed's going to be taking tires as well. So, 17 laps on a set of tires. They're going to go ahead and try to put some qualifying laps down there, Craig.
Bradley Wilson winning the race off pit road. Clinton Sneed right behind him. As we go back up to the front of the field, we have Joshua Abbey staying out, like you said. Then Evan Scott, then the number 24, and Brian Seaborn, and then the 75 of Brian Skidmore. So these guys out here on older tires, we'll see what happens here, Sheffield.
Yeah, older tires, and it looks like you got Bradley Wilson is going to be starting here in 5th, as he scored at 5th right now. So he's going to be the win the battle off pit road, and he'll be scored as your 5th place now coming to this restart. I'm curious to see, how these tires, as you mentioned, that the newer tires are going to stack up here.
I thought it was a good call for Bradley Wilson and Clint Sneed and all those guys to come down pit road, get tires for the 17-lap run. It's going to be, I think that's a winning call at Sheffield.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a great call right now. And as we mentioned, him, Kincart, Sneed, that could be a good battle here brewing up, inside of 17 to go now. Lights are still on the pace car, so we will have at least, 16, roughly 15 to go, I would say, when the green flag drops here with Joshua Abbey leading them to the next green flag here.
Sheffield, if it wasn't go time with 30 to go, it's definitely going to be go time. Joshua Abbey right now, your Talladega winner. He's going to be leading them. He's going to want to get that jump out to the front and try to control this race in that number 05. Brian Seaborn, though, he's doing a good job bounce back race without pitting for the first 30 laps. So he's out there with some tires as the pace car right now rolling out turn number 4.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to need them, but, in case there are 2 green-white checkered attempts here. So they will need to have a couple extra laps of fuel just in case. I'm looking right now at Evan Scott at 24. He's starting 2nd here. You can see some fender damage there on the right front. That's going to affect him aero, so I'm not sure how much speed he's going to have here on the restart, which may affect that outside lane getting going here.
Yeah, that's a great point. Sheffield, the right quarter panel is just pushed in on that number 24 DuPont Chevrolet. Good-looking car, not good circumstances for that number 24, but he's starting 2nd. He's going to try to hold his own up here in the front of the pack.
And talking about holding his own, the guy that's been able to hold his own earlier in the race on older tires, number 76, Brian Seaborn, will be starting third, but he's going to have that fresh tires there of the 51 machine directly behind him of Bradley Wilson. So, Bradley Wilson and Clinton Snead are going to be starting, looks like in the third row here with fresh tires. So I'm curious to see how quick they're going to be pushing their way up towards the front.
You have to push Sheffield, but you have to have patience. So I'm curious to see how quick they're going to go, like you said, as the pace car right now is in turn number 3 and 4. Joshua Abbey getting ready to bring them down. We're going to have 15 to go, Sheffield. It's hammer time.
It's hammer time for sure. As pace car will be dipping in momentarily here. Joshua Abbey will be leading them to the restart here, beginning a lap 56. So we're inside. It'll be 15 to go. Joshua Abbey with a great restart there. He's going to pull the number 76 of Brian Seaborn in with his second as they're coming into turn 3. And challenging and coming through third is Bradley Wilson, that 51 machine, already pushing his way up to the front. He's going to have a huge run. We're going to see 3 wide here on the backstretch at Homestead Miami Speedway.
3 wide for the lead here at Homestead. Bradley Wilson down low, Brian Seaborn up top, and we got Joshua Abbey in the middle. Fresh on low, older tires up high. As Joshua Abbey gets just a little bit loose, he's going to fall back to third.
He's going to fall back to third. Drag race down the front stretch here. Homestead Miami Speedway. Brian Seaborn and Bradley Wilson battling for the lead here. 51 machine on newer tires. Brian Seaborn's done such a great job here tonight on older tires. See if he can hold off the 51 charge in here. Because Brian Seaborn's going to have the momentum there off 1 and 2.
Big run for the 76 down the back straightaway. As the 51's just going to fall back in line. He knows he has 8 fresher tire laps on his 51 machine. He's going to dive it down low. They're side by side here in turn number 3 and 4.
What a move there as the 76 gets loose there coming through 3 and 4. That's going to move Bradley Wilson up to the lead here. See if he's going to be able to check out and pull away from the field as he did earlier, or if Brian Seaborn is going to be able to run him down as we mentioned, Brian Seaborn second, Joshua Abbey's in third right now.
Bradley Wilson right now back to the point here at Homestead. 13 laps to go here out of 70 as they're single foul right now. There's little spaces for these guys, but don't count out Clinton Snead. He's one of those that pitted with Bradley Wilson. So let's just see maybe Sheffield if he's saving just a little bit more.
Yeah, he's going to be sitting right now in the 5th position. As we mentioned, Bradley Wilson, your leader, he's built a gap of just over a half a second right now. Last time by, he was a 33.44. Second place is Seaborn with a 33.80. Clinton Snead ran a 33.58. So Clinton Snead pretty much in pace with the leader as they run right now. So see if he's able to pick his way up to the pack as he's going to be closing in on the 4th place car. He's not going to make his move. Yes, he is. He's making a move now on the inside. He should be able to get by that 4th place car of Joshua Abbey.
Clinton Snead of 4th right now, and Clayton Kinkart, he's sitting in 3rd. He's got fresh tires too. He's in the tire tracks of Brian Seaborn here as we're coming. It's going to be 10 to go this time by Sheffield.
Yeah, 10 to go here. Very exciting race. Nothing less than expected here tonight. As we expected, Bradley Wilson on that last restart using those fresh tires, charging his way up to the front. Now he's trying to run away with this thing.
Bradley Wilson doing a good job. He just has to be sure that he doesn't burn up too much Goodyear tire as we still have 10 laps to go, but he's doing a fantastic job riding that high lane right now. He's pulling away from Brent Seaborn, almost a second lead for that number 51.
And talking about the number 51 machine, what a consistent run he's had over the last couple weeks. We've interviewed him, I think, the last 3 or 4 weeks, and it looks like Snead is going to get loose there. He's going to get inside, make contact with the inside wall on the backstretch. As we just saw there on live action there, he's going to be able to get the car back underway. No caution here, going to stay green. As you noted, as you stated, the number 77 of Clayton Kinkart is going to be making a move here for 2nd place.
77 of Clayton Kinkart down low on Bryant Seaborn right now in turn number 1 and turn number 2. He's not going to get the job done, but he's going to follow back in line down the back straightaway here. As we saw live with Clinton Snead, tough break for that 49. Just getting loose. We've seen it all night, Sheffield. It's a tough break here.
Yeah, it looked like the 77 had a huge run there to get by Brian Seaborn there got to the bottom lane and maybe just got a little loose. Wasn't able to be able to put the power down like he wanted to yet. As you mentioned, he's going to regroup as he's going to dive it to the middle here as they come through 3 and 4. We are now, this time by, we will have 7 to go at the line this time by.
Clayton Kinkart still working on Bryant Seaborn in the number 76 as they come down into turn number 3 right now. Bryant Seaborn is doing such a good job all night on that higher line right now as Clayton Kinkart is still working on him.
Well, you know, and as the leader right now, that's what Bradley Wilson wants to see. If they're going to get side by side, that's going to allow him to walk away. Is there, you know, there are multiple battles here throughout the field, and we're going to try to take a look at them as they're going on. You know, had a good battle there with Brandon Browning and Joshua Abbey a lap or so ago. Is those two are running pretty tight together here, you know, with 7 to go.
7 laps to go as we're looking at Brandon Browning working on Joshua Abbey here in turn number 3. Joshua Abbey just getting a little high up in the groove. He's doing a good job there. Then number 05. They're going to be side by side down the front straightaway. Drag race coming down the front straightaway going into 1 and 2. 05 Abbey, great run on the outside lane. 48 of Browning is looking to capitalize on the inside line here, see if he's able to get a good run off. 05 with Joshua Abbey is going to be able to maintain that position as we've got a caution out, and Clayton Kinkart was able to get by the 76 while we were paying attention to that other battle there. Yeah, good job for Clayton Kinkart getting to that 2nd place. That's going to be a big move here as we're coming down. We're looking for the caution here. I think it's Colton Kinkart.
Yeah, we're going to be trying to get a replay here. Looks like he just gets loose trying to dive it down, trying to turn it in the corner here. And that's one thing we mentioned here with these cars being loose, the balance on the front end. You get a little too much weight on that front end. The rear end's going to come around as we see some heavy contact there. Trying to determine, is that the 49 of Clinton Sneed there? Wow, what a roll. What a roll Colton Kinkart just took. See if we can take another look at it here. Yeah, he gets it loose there going in the corner. Really nowhere to go here for Clinton Sneed. You're watching it happen in front of you, trying to pick the place to go. And as we mentioned, Colton Kinkart with a terrible hit there. Going back live now and see if we maybe, I don't know if he's got a faster Perry left in the bank or not. So let's see how things stack up for him here.
Sneed's coming out pit road right now. I think he had a quick fix in the bag. As right now we might be looking at overtime, Sheffield. We're going to be talking about that green-white checker.
Well, as we mentioned, the 77 of Clayton Kinkart able to get by just before that caution. That's going to start him on the outside. That's going to put one less car he's got to get by to try to make a run on the leader here. So this may stack up to be one heck of a finish here tonight at Homestead.
Yeah, you said it, Sheffield right now. Kinkart licking his chops over Bradley Wilson. I think Bradley Wilson, though, has been doing a good job all night on restarts, getting the jump. Before they exit turn number 2, he already has a 2nd lead on the field. So Clayton Kinkart has to do everything in his power to not let that happen, and he needs to stay in tow with that number 51.
Yeah, and I'm curious to know, 51, was he, last time out that restart, how hard was he pushing the car? That all that should be seen here probably on this restart. As we'll be coming to lap 68 this time by. Lights are still in pace car. So the earliest we'll be restarting is 69. That would be 2 to go. Anything beyond that will be a green-white checkered restart here. So let's see what the caution, let's go out this time by. No, they will not.
Caution lights still on here at Homestead. Bradley Wilson your leader, Clayton Kinkart in 2nd, Bryant Seaborn in 3rd, Joshua Abbey in 4th, 5th, Brandon Browning, 6th, Donnie Lyons, 7th, Garrett Delph, 8th, Evan Scott, 9th, Brian Skidmore, and round out your top 10, Cody Dorsey, and then sitting in 11th is Clinton Sneed.
Yeah, Clinton Sneed's in 11th, and 12th is the first car a lap down. That's Rodney Griffin. 13th is Colton Kinkart. 14th, Brandon Pearl. 15th, Curtis Rogers, and 16th, Kelly Everett. And will round out your field here tonight for Homestead Miami Speedway, as we are now going to be coming 2 to go this time by.
It's going to be a green-white checker here, Sheffield, and just like we saw at Michigan in the trucks, I believe, it was just so exciting. You never know what's going to happen. I'm getting jacked up just thinking about Sheffield. There's going to be some fireworks here tonight at Homestead.
Yeah, there's always going to be fireworks at Homestead, either on the track or off the track when that leader takes that checkered flag. Either way, you're going to be guaranteed some fireworks. As we mentioned, we'll be coming to 2 to go this time by. This should trigger the first of 2 green-white checker attempts here, and it will, as the lights are now off in the pace car, so we'll be going green next time by with Bradley Wilson leading them here with 2 laps to go.
It's all going to be about the restart, Sheffield. Here at Homestead, we've noticed that pace car makes a quick dive down and the green lights are on. You just got to be on your toes here. If you're the number 77 Clayton Kinkart, you can't let the 51 get a big jump. You got to stay in tow with them. And then don't count out Brian Seaborn. He's been there all night. He's been so good on those older tires. I'm excited, Sheffield. We're getting ready to go racing.
Yeah, getting ready to go racing. As you mentioned, that 77 machine is going to be looking to his left. Any slight movement of that 51, see any movement from front to rear, see that rear of the car come down, he's going to be in the gas because he knows it's time to go. He's going to have to make his move. He's going to have to make his move quick because, it's so hard to get by a car here at Homestead. Unless you can get a huge momentum push on the restart, it's going to be tough.
Lights are out on the iRacing.com pace cars. It's going to dip down into pit road as we're going to go green flag overtime style. Bradley Wilson to the jump as they're side by side down the front straightaway.
Side by side on the front straightaway. Clayton Kinkart is going to be second. He got a good restart on the outside. Bradley Wilson's going to take the bottom here. Kinkart is still in second. Third is going to be Brian Seaborn. He's been battling all night on the older tires. Bradley Wilson's going to get a good jump here as they're coming in at 3 and 4. Next time by will be 1 to go.
Bradley Wilson dives it down on the bottom line in turn number 3 and turn number 4. And then it's Clayton Kinkart in second. He has a whole rearview mirror full of Brian Seaborn and a white flag in the air here at Homestead. One more time around.
One lap to go here at Homestead. Bradley Wilson, your leader, he's going to be looking to try to finish this lap off, get that win on the season. So here we go, coming up to turn 3 and 4, the last time by, this time by.
Back straightaway for the final time for the number 51 of Bradley Wilson. So perfect all night long. He's going to be diving it down in turn number 3 and 4. No chance for the 77 as the 51 of Bradley Wilson will win here at Homestead in the Thursday night throwdown.
He's going to win. Second will be Clayton Kinkart. Third, Brian Seaborn was just barely able to hold on the third there. Keep it away from Brandon Brining, who made a heck of a run there towards the end. See some carnage here at the end, but the race is over. So what a great finish. We said, you don't know how it's going to end until it's there. And we had that green-white checkered, what a great job tonight by Bradley Wilson, Clayton Kinkart, and Brian Seaborn, who was just able to keep it up front, run really well on older tires here tonight at Homestead. Yeah,
Brian Seaborn did a very good job on older tires. He shocked me how long he stayed out and still was to maintain the speed, but it's all that 51 tonight. He was so close to Atlanta, so close to Talladega, finally getting the job done here at Homestead.
Yes, he's going to try to burn it down. He's got some damage there. See if he's able to get his burnout in here. He's going to pop the inside wall. He's going to still burn the back tires off of it one way or another. The celebration is going to start for him tonight, and I'm sure we're going to see him in the Truck Series here tonight. So he could be a pretty strong contender there with all the laps he's got here tonight.
Sheffield, burn it down. That is one jacked up man right now. He is just burning the car down. That is one fast machine, the number 51. And like you said, the Truck Series, he will be there, and the upper hand will go to him because guess what? He has 70 laps here.
Well, that's going to finish the Arca Series here tonight. And, I'm excited to talk to our top 3 here. We're going to take a small commercial break, and when we're back, we're going to have interviews with your top 3. So stay tuned to Evolution Racing Network.
I started Folds of Honor above my garage 13 years ago. Because 90% of spouses and children of killed or disabled U.S. service members receive no federal education assistance. Our mission has never wavered. We honor their sacrifices by educating their legacy.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thank you for supporting the Fold of Honor.
Thanks to you, I will be a construction engineer.
An elementary school teacher.
Thank you for helping me fulfill my dream of going to med school.
We're able to award these scholarships because patriots like you refuse to turn your back on the cost of freedom. Join the Folds of Honor Squadron today. Your $13 a month will help ensure we never turn military families away. This is your call to duty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thanks to people like you, I know my dad is not forgotten.
Hi, race fans. Welcome back to Evolution Racing Network. We just saw the conclusion of the Homestead Miami Arca Series race here for Thursday night Throwdown. I'm excited to get an opportunity here. We're going to get the chance to chat with our top three finishers here. Craig, we're going to let you lead us off there with, we're going to pull Bryant Seaborn in the booth and see if you can get a word with him here.
Brian Seaborn, this is Michael Sheffield and Craig Burns up in the booth. You got a copy?
Got you.
Man, Brian, you had a fast number 76 out there tonight here at Homestead. Just coming up just a tad bit short. Walk me through how the car felt there. We saw a lot of guys losing it coming on corner exit. How did the car feel to you tonight?
Super loose. It was super loose everywhere on the track. There's nowhere to get grip at all for anyone.
Yeah, that we've seen a lot of it, but you did a good job out there tonight, saving those tires. You did a very good job on the tire management there. Just coming up just a tad bit short. You're getting the green-white checker. What's going through your mind?
Just trying to keep the top three, maybe get an extra spot or two, keep getting the points so I can keep leading.
Yeah, I think you did a very good job. Going on to Phoenix, what are your thoughts there?
It's probably going to be loose like it was here, but it'll be a slower track, so hopefully a little bit easier to handle.
Absolutely. Well, we wish you the best of luck to next week and good job this week, Bryant. Before we let you go, anyone you'd like to thank?
Shenandoah Shine, Martin Sports, and Empire Jerky, and all the friends and family for the support.
Sounds good, Bryant. Well, you hear it here first for your third place finisher, Bryant Seaborn in the number 76.
Yeah, and as we mentioned earlier, he had a great run tonight. Was able to maintain really good pace on those older tires, Craig. So, I'm curious to see what Phoenix is going to bring for him.
Yeah, he's going to be strong. He's going to be a strong car out there at Phoenix. He's very good on the long runs. Very excited to see him next week as we're going to bring in our second place finisher, Clayton Kinkart.
Hey, Clayton, this is Michael and Craig up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Well, great run tonight. I know it was, one position short of where you wanted to finish there. We noticed earlier in the practice, looked like these cars were really loose, here tonight. Made a hard charge there toward the end. Just, I think you ran out of time with that green-white checker. How was the car here tonight? Where were you able to find speed? High side, low side, or?
Reminded me a lot about the Atlanta run we had. The car was really loose, pretty much the whole corner, but you could really find some grip up top, carry that momentum. There in the late run, good tires, fresh tires, you could really grip on the bottom and get where you needed to go.
Well, you showed great throttle control here tonight. As I mentioned, one short of where you ultimately wanted to be. But, next week, quite a little different track there. Going into Phoenix, how you feeling going into Phoenix next week?
Phoenix will be a hot one. It'll be about tire wear and tire control. It's a little tricky of a track, so just being patient and being there where you want to be at the end.
Well, hopefully we get a chance to talk to you again next week, and maybe you'll have that position you want at the end of the race next week.
What
But
we're
right
going
now,
for.
we're going to give you a chance to do your shout outs, your thank yous to anybody you like. The mic is all yours.
Martin Sports, Shenandoah Shine, Abbey Racing, all of those guys get this car out here on the track every week, so got to give a shout out to them.
All right, Clayton. Well, it was great talking to you. Hopefully, we get a chance to talk to you next week. Best of luck to you. Enjoy your holiday weekend here, and look forward to getting a chance to talk to you again.
See you next week.
All right, Clay. That was Clayton, our second place finisher. Great run for him tonight, Craig.
Yeah, like you said, he just ran out of time. He showed a lot of speed in that number 77. He's gonna be strong again at Phoenix next week, so keep him in mind. As right now, the man of the hour, Bradley Wilson, the number 51. Let's see if we can get a word with him. Bradley Wilson, this is Craig Burns and Michael Sheffield up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Bradley Wilson getting the job done here at Phoenix or at Homestead. My apologies. Man, dude, you put a heck of a show on for the fans here tonight in the Thursday night throwdown. What's going through your mind? The green white checker.
I'm just really happy it's over. A lot of strong cars behind me on that restart. I was just hoping that I could pull away that little bit. Hopefully, they raced each other, so no one could come up and try to take my win.
Bradley, you show a lot of speed at Atlanta, at Talladega, at Michigan. So close, but so far. You finally get the job done. It was exciting to see. That number 51 was fast tonight. The car, talk about the car. We saw a lot of people struggling with it loose. Where were you finding grip?
I was finding grip in the bottom at 3 and 4, and that's what I noticed a lot of people weren't doing. And I'd gain 4 tenths of a second each lap. So I think that kind of helped me out quite a bit. Also, 1 and 2, I'd run up right next to the wall, and it helped me out just a little bit with the wall draft.
Yeah, you did a very good job in 1 and 2 using that Kyle Larson line, I like to call it. Man, the 51 was fast. It was an honor to watch you out there come away with a win. But going on to next week here at Phoenix, how are you feeling about that track, Bradley?
I've never raced anything but the trucks there, so it should be kind of interesting to see how it plays out.
All right. Well, before I let you go, Bradley, and so you can get back into your truck here for the race tonight, anyone you'd like to thank?
I want to thank my sponsors, Shenandoah Shine, CGE, White Knuckle Esports, Martin Sports. Go to ShenandoahShine.co. We just released a bunch of stuff for the summer sale. Use code Bootlegger10. Empire Jerky. Use code Shine for a discount. My team, Garrett Delph, Clayton, Seaborn, Abby. We definitely were talking on the radio to see how things were going to play out, and I think it played out pretty well for everyone. Shannon, I know she's half a world away, but shout out to her. My dad for supporting me all these years, and Chesty Paints.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, Bradley, and go out there and try to get a truck win, eh?
That's what we're planning on.
Oh, that was your winner tonight, Bradley Wilson. So we're gonna, great run from him tonight. We're gonna take a quick look at our official results for the race here tonight to the Arca Series. As we mentioned, Bradley Wilson, your winner here tonight. Clayton Kincart, second place. Bryant Seaborn will be third in the number 76. Brandon Browning in the number 48 comes home fourth. The number 13 of Garrett Delph, fifth. Sixth will go to Donnie Lyons in number 79. Clinton Sneed will be able to come home seventh and the number 49. Joshua Abbey in the 05 will be eighth.
Ninth is Evan Scott. 10th, Cody Dorsey. 11th, Brian Skidmore. 12th, Rodney Griffin. 13th, Colton Kincart. 14th, Brand Pearl. 15th, Curtis Rogers. And round out your field. And 16th is Kelly Ertz.
And we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Got the truck series coming up next from Homestead Miami Speedway as well. So if you will tune in to us there, as I'm sure that's going to be another exciting race. For Craig Burns, this is Michael Sheffield. Thank you for watching Evolution Racing Network, and we'll see you at the truck race in a very short few minutes.